There is a new neighborhood that just broke ground in Raleigh with homes in the 6 millions. Are prices that high going to fly here in Raleigh? And what does it mean for housing prices throughout the area? Will we see even more luxury development while moderately priced housing gets harder to find? We're going to find out. I talk to people every single week about moving here to Raleigh, North Carolina, and we are definitely getting plenty of people with the means to purchase luxury homes. But in any market, luxury is relative. And while there's no standard definition of luxury, some people define it as properties priced at 3 times the median home price. In Raleigh, at the time of this video, the median home price is $345,000, so luxury would start somewhere around $1 million. Incidentally, high-end homes I usually consider homes that are twice the median value. So in Raleigh, that would be about $690,000, but we're not talking about those homes today. It's just a little bit of perspective for how high a $6 million price tag is here in Raleigh. It's 10 times the value of a high-end home. Last Thursday, ground was broken at Shadow Creek Estates, a new luxury home community in North Raleigh. I think luxury is probably the wrong term because homes in Shadow Creek will range from $2 million all the way up to $6 million, which we just saw is way higher than our current luxury inventory. We need a new term like uber luxury or mega luxury. Now, those of you tuning in from LA or Seattle or Portland or any of those excruciatingly expensive cities out west are probably thinking, big deal, $6 million bucks. But this is Raleigh. We don't have $6 million homes in Raleigh, and I mean that literally. So the big question is, can Raleigh really support a new neighborhood with homes in the 6 millions? And if it does fly, will that have an impact on housing costs in the area? Let me start with some facts. In Wake County, in the entire history of the MLS, there has never been a home sold that was priced as high as $6 million. Never. The highest priced home in Wake County in the history of the Triangle MLS was $5.5 million. If we look a little further out at the entire area that's covered by the MLS, which I think is 17 counties. I counted it once before, but I can't remember now, and I don't feel like counting again. Anyway, I think it was 17 counties, but in that entire 17 county area, there have been 2 homes that have sold for more than $6 million. I'm going to show them to you, don't worry, and we're going to see if we think a whole neighborhood of homes in this price range is going to fly here in Raleigh. If not, a year or 2 from now, there might be some really nice uber luxury homes on the market for a deal. So let's take a look, and then I'll tell you more about the new subdivision. The first home that closed for over $6 million was 483 Rosemont Drive in Durham. This home sold in 2017, and interestingly, it is back on the market today, and it's been on the market for 400 days. And you might think, well, it's expensive. Expensive homes take longer to sell, but you would be wrong. In Raleigh, since January 1st of this year, the median days on the market for homes between $1 and $3 million was 2 days. The average was 31 days, so they don't take that long to sell. When Rosemont Drive sold in 2017, it sold for $6,350,000, and now it's currently listed for $6,900,000. Now, when you're pricing a home like this, there really are no comparable properties in the Triangle, so it can be really hard to settle on the right number. And this property is truly a stunning property. And the thing about uber luxury homes is that you really are buying a piece of art. When you buy a home that's priced more around the median or even high end, you're buying something that's been built for mass appeal. But luxury homes are custom built to the taste of whoever built it or commissioned it, so it makes it even more tricky to market the home. Anyway, look at this beauty. This happens to be very much my style, or at least one of my styles. I should have been independently wealthy because I would be perfectly happy with 5 homes in 5 different styles. But this one's got that beautiful English cottage look. This property is over 15,000 square feet and it sits on 12 acres. It's actually located in Chatham County, which is a pretty rural county, and this home is right on the border of Cary. So this area feels more like West Cary than Durham, although it's equidistant between the two at 24 minutes to either of the downtowns. And it's about 10 minutes from shopping and the Whole Foods market in West Cary. Okay, so that's property number 1, which is sitting on the market. The second property to ever be listed in the MLS in the uber luxury range is actually priced even higher at $8 million. 440 Devon Drive is way out in the country, and it's a beautiful equestrian estate sitting on over 300 acres. This property is not really part of the Triangle at all. It's more than halfway to the beach. It's 88 miles from Raleigh and 61 miles from Wilmington. So I don't think it gives us much information about what people are willing to pay here in Raleigh, but it does give us some very traditional looking eye candy. So those 2 homes, I have the feeling, are very different than what will be built in this new neighborhood. First of all, those homes are older, getting close to 20 years old at this point. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but a lot has changed in new home construction in the past 20 years. It may be that homes can command that price in our current market when the home is built with modern features, technology, and amenities, but I think the biggest issue is that both of those homes that we saw were single estates. They weren't an entire neighborhood where you would have neighbors and could make friends. If you think about it, the market for these homes likely is coming from other higher priced areas, so people aren't going to already be connected to friends in this area. An entire neighborhood of luxury homes of this caliber might be much more appealing to someone relocating from another city than an estate that's relatively far removed from people in an area where you don't know anyone. Personally, I really like an estate. I like it to be completely unique with nothing that looks like anything else in the area, but a new city where you have no friends, I can definitely see the appeal of a subdivision. Now let's talk about the new neighborhood in Raleigh that's going to be selling homes in the multi-millions. Shadow Creek Estates is going to be up here, north of 540, between Six Forks and Falls of Neuse Road. That's not a big surprise to me. That area is already where some of the most expensive homes in the Triangle are. This area is in the Falls Lake watershed, which means that there's a limit to how small the lots can be. So you see a lot of homes sitting on big, beautiful lots out in this area. The neighborhood will be situated on a 61-acre plot divided into 31 homes, and there will be 15 acres of open green space, which means the lots will average about an acre and a half. Lloyd Builders, who's developing the neighborhood, says the style of the homes will be timeless, classic architecture. Homes are going to start in the $2 million and go to the $6 million, so it's not an entire neighborhood of $6 million homes, which is probably good. The land does look really pretty and appears to be very gently rolling like much of Raleigh. No steep cliffs with sweeping views or anything like that. Each home site's designed to support a pool, and they have options for other amenities on the lots, such as sports courts or pickleball courts or basements. It looks like a lovely community, very typical of what I would expect in Raleigh. Personally, I still have a really hard time seeing Raleigh commanding $6 million for a home in a subdivision without that little bit of extra pizzazz that we usually see in higher luxury priced homes. I took a look in a couple of cities that are often competition for Raleigh, even though they're both a bit pricier than Raleigh, but not too much. In Austin, you can get a home like this one with panoramic lake views and this really cool boat dock below. We don't have cliffs in Raleigh. Or this condo in the city with sweeping views of the Austin skyline right in the middle of everything. Both of these homes were $3.9 million. In Boise, Idaho, you can get mountain views for just over $3 million, or for $3.9, you can get waterfront with distant mountain views beyond. And here's another thought. Even if you look at those areas with really high housing prices like LA, you still get some kind of a view or superior location when you're getting into the multi-millions. This is in LA, $3.9 million overlooking the city. In my opinion, these are the real homes that are competing with the new homes in Raleigh, because let's face it, to some degree, our market has become a national market, and other cities with similar quality of life throughout the country are our competition. Do I think they're going to sell those $6 million homes in North Raleigh? Yes, I do. But there are only 31 homes in the whole neighborhood, and how many of those will be in the $6 millions? Maybe 10. Raleigh's best feature is its quiet and charming lifestyle. We still really do have a small town feel when compared to some of these cities people are moving from. Maybe that's what you get here instead of a view. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Are multi-million-dollar luxury homes the future of Raleigh? And the next important question we have to ask is, what about the effects of this luxury market on the median home price in Raleigh? If builders really can sell these uber luxury homes, will they start concentrating on luxury and not provide the inventory we desperately need in more affordable housing? This has got to be a discussion for another video, but I'll leave you with a sneak peek of some information I found that shows that the answer isn't simple. I found this article in The Atlantic entitled, "America Needs More Luxury Housing, Not Less." This, my friends, is a boiling kettle discussion about what it really takes to provide fair and equal access to housing, not just in Raleigh, but in the U.S. And there are many sides to the discussion, but that's going to take some deeper digging on my part before I can speak intelligently about it. So you might want to click that subscribe button before you watch this video, which might also interest you.